Press Council of India asked Manipur government to set up SIT to probe aggression against journalists in Manipur. People continue ILP protests, demand withdrawal of wanted tech on Khomram Ratan. "24-hour total shutdown against Delhi police atrocities on Manipuri tribal students hits life in hill districts." And long queues seen at oil depots in Imphal as people indulged in panic buying of fuels ahead of 10-day economic blockade. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime News. I'm Laithangma Monica, bringing you the top stories. An 11-member inquiry committee of Press Council of India today passed an interim recommendation asking Manipur government to set up a special investigation team (SIT) to prove aggression against journalists in Manipur, as well as a rapid action team to look into the complaints of journalists. Taking up a suo motu case of threats and intimidation on media in Manipur, and in particular bomb threat to the General Secretary of Editors Guild Manipur and Editor-in-Chief of Impact News Yumnam Rupachandra, a hearing was conducted at the Suchna Bhavan, New Delhi today. Chairman of the inquiry committee gave Manipur government 4 weeks to reply. Manipur government was represented by its counsel Naresh Kumar Gore and General Secretary of EGM Yumnam Rupachandra disposed on behalf of the EGM. The committee also had summoned Chief Secretary of Manipur Secretary, Home Department and DGP Manipur, but none of them was present on the last day of hearing. The committee also asked the State Government Council what the government has done to ensure safety of journalists in Manipur. Regarding the NIA orders asking disclosure of sources of militants relating broadcasting and publication, Chairman said the committee was examining it as it was already brought to the knowledge of the committee. Kurai MLA and Chairman of Manipur Pollution Control Board, Dr. N.G. Bijoy, today stated that the government should rethink the legality of declaring the former convener of Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System, Khomram Ratan, wanted and rectify it if there had been lapses in the decision. Speaking at the consecration of Chinkai Ibudau Ibentho Temple organized by Phaknung Village Development Committee, Phaknung in Imphal East, Dr. Bijoy added that both the government and the people must carefully understand the responsibility and act accordingly at this critical juncture of ILP movement. He said people often talk about the government being not proactive in any issue of the state and insincerity in any legitimate demand of the people. He asserted that it is time that the government changed its approach in addressing any issue facing the state.
Mabu wanted loud during the first information report. Masi Kaubam Toy and a Lowy, Taikoinazu, common sense Nazu, Fan and Nabagi Mabu Koba, Yadrizu Mabu Tanadana, Fan and Nabatoba, Somon Toboya, Court Key, Mating Loraga, Maunda Warren Tabasia, Mother Laktraba, Masi Efscon to the Leraba, Sien the Leraba, Adu already wanted as a Paisalupa, La Manga Pini, Ma Umujaga, the Hibirapa Miduda, Hibasi. Tauham Topra and Kali, I could go Mengisu, Masiki Piva Masi, legally, Logi Tongdagi, Karigumba, Kanabada, Asoiba Yor Magasu, ID, some Topam Toi, and some Tohanjaningi.
Protesters continue to hold ILP stir in different parts of the valley. People today held a meeting to demand inner line permit system in the state and withdrawal of the wanted tag on the former JCILPS convener Khomram Ratan. The meeting was organized by Singjamai Apunba Mairapaibi Lop at Singjamai Thongkong. Advisor of Mapi Council, Advisor Thoidingzam Manihar, said declaration of Khomram Ratan wanted without any evidence by the government was not the right step. He said it is unfortunate that Ratan was declared wanted based on a photo uploaded on a social networking site, and it is against the law. He also questioned the silence maintained by the lawyers of the state. Manihar said all Manipur Bar Association and Manipur High Court Bar Association did not raise their voice against the declaration.
Sina mara porkan da koi prasa mayamna law sidi hoi ra lobi de imai ben sire sire police ki maram ta kari khangdoi no chini da imai ben sing chena ukling maram ta kari khangdoi na logi maram ta kari khangdoi no ba ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯣ ꯑꯈꯪꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯎꯕꯤꯔꯛꯑꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯞ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯝꯃꯤꯕ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯟꯁꯤ ꯐꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯔꯇꯟꯗ ꯂꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯡꯇꯦꯠꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯑꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
Human chain were formed and roads were blocked at various places along Mayai Lambi in support of the GCILPS movement. Students and Merapai volunteers took out a rally from Samurao Bazaar till Naurim Oinam. Students and women formed human chains from Naurim Oinam to Samurao. They also shouted slogans demanding conversion of the 3 bills passed by the Assembly into an act, resignation of the 60 MLAs, release of arrested students and KSA volunteers. MPCC Vice President Wangoi Achow was stopped at Samurao by protesters and was not allowed to proceed further. Sit-ins were also held at various places from Kaisampad to Hyangthang as announced by the GCILPS today. Residents of Langtabal, Hairanggoithong, Haubamarak, Pisumthong, Oinam Lekai, Pisumthong, Khagempali, Kaisamthong, Ilangbam Lekai, Kaisamthong, Moirang Ningthau Leirak staged sit-ins at their respective localities. Placards that read, "Implement ILPS in Manipur, we condemn wanted attack on Ratan and convert the 3 bills into an act" were used during the sit-ins. Students of Heritage Convent Uripok took to street and formed human chain on Uripok Kangchup Road and shouted slogans demanding conversion of the 3 bills to an act, revocation of wanted tag on Khomram Ratan and unconditional release of the arrested students. Subhas Maibam, who is undergoing fast for the past 5 days demanding inner line permit system in the state, was today arrested by police. He has been admitted to Jenims. Subhas was arrested by a team of Lampel police led by SDPO Saklemba Rajkumar around 10:30 this morning. Subhas, son of Maibam Bidyaroton and Laibak Leima of Tera Lokrakpam Lekai, is the General Secretary of Nainashang Club. He has been on fast since the 4th of this month at the club's office, demanding release of the students arrested during the ILPS tour and condemning wanted tag on Ratan Khomram. Subhas Maibam had said he will continue his fast until the 3 bills passed by the state assembly is implemented in the state. Former Patsoy MLA Sapam Kunjakeshwar met Subhas Maibam last night.
Sara Henbagi Kongjang Changsilak Libasi. Taseng Namak Marnai Gueva Kongtang Nati Abasima Hijaningi. Hauriba JCILP gi hosi taseng na mai pa ngam jena bagi damak thawai haksang kathopaga loinana nan tang mari digi ngasi ga thana numit mangani supna satharak pasida taseng namak leiba ki oirama mapi mapa sing hojimak thokpi raktadana lairiba sing hasi ekoina penje daba khrale sangchliba khongjang asi taseng namak miyam gi ni taseng namak political party singna leiba ki damak chatpi khriba sing atu lingjel manana.
Hundreds of people living around Terakaithil took out a Mera rally yesterday night demanding protection of indigenous people settled in the state since time immemorial. The protesters shouted slogans in support of the ILP agitation and the hunger strike of General Secretary of Nainasang Club, Tera Lokrakpam Lekai, Subhas Maibam. The rally went around the Terakaithil area. Kanglei Park Students Association called for 48-hour ban from 5 p.m. of June 11 till 5 p.m. of June 13 against the non-release of 5 KSA volunteers. It may be mentioned that the KSA set June 9 as deadline for the release of the 5 volunteers. Speaking to media persons, KSA President Moirangthem Laxman said it is very unfortunate that the government is silent even when civil society organizations and the people protested for their release. He also said medical, religious functions, media and works related to GCILPS and 18 June Observation Committee will be exempted from the ban.
KSA mati mahaka sami ba lupsingna lakliba khoi June tang 13 asigi numidang waram pung 5 dagi hawrkanda June tang 13 gi numidang waram pung 5 phawba pung 9 oiba Manipur pumbada jene strike kaujare Manipur gi yellow missing kanjana be damakta changshin daba ya daba khongjang oiriba ILP amadi KSA na su mamanga de torpagum ILP amadi 18 June mari lenaba thabak thonging da makhata na yamna thawai hakchang yauna thabak thongsing asi chawachagani loina saruk ya jagani.
The 24-hour total shutdown imposed by JSC against anti-tribal bills in tribal inhabited areas of Manipur has hit live in Senapati district. Volunteers of Thada Women's Association, Thada Youth and Thada Students Union blocked the National Highway No. 2 at Gamgipai area today, enforcing the 24-hour total shutdown. JSC against anti-tribal bills called for the total shutdown, denouncing the police atrocities on tribal student protesters in front of Manipur Bhavan, New Delhi. The protesters prevented movement of all kinds of vehicles entering and leaving Imphal. However, school vans, patients, religious and exam-related vehicles were exempted.
Karigino government security singna student mathakta tumaina nungsi yaudana light extremist oina satra sing phubasi si athuba matamda center government na security sing du action lo bidredi si hena khongjangsi amuk changsingani.
We are requesting the state government and the Indian government to look into this matter as a very special case at the very earliest possible. So today is our first agitation. As from tomorrow, if we don't find any other remedies or any alternative, then our agitation will got worsen than today.
Normal life in Chandel was affected by the 24-hour total shutdown called in by tribal areas by JSC against the anti-tribal bills in protest against brutality of Delhi police and Manipur Rifles against peaceful tribal protesters in Delhi on Tuesday. All passenger and inter-district transport services remained off the road. Several vehicles were stranded along the Imphal-Moray road as some volunteers of Chandel Naga People's Organization enforced road blockade at Lamkhang Kunau village. During the shutdown, Japau Bazaar wore a deserted look as all shops and other commercial establishments remained closed. All the government offices in the district headquarters also recorded low attendance. The 24-hour total shutdown imposed by Joint Action Committee against Anti-Tribal Bill in tribal inhabited areas and the 10-day economic blockade called by Churachandpur JSC have compelled people to indulge in panic buying of fuels. As seen in the past, when any organization imposed economic blockade on the national highways, people were seen queuing up in front of oil depots in several parts of the valley since early morning as they feared that there will be scarcity of fuels. Yesterday, a large number of people were seen purchasing oil and diesel till late in the night. Queue of four-wheelers reached till DM College campus as people waited for their turn to buy fuels from PCTC oil pump. People said they were compelled to buy extra stocks of fuels by the unrest in the state and the imposition of bans and blockades on the national highways. However, owners of oil pumps maintained that there is no change in the stocks of petrol and diesel.
Economic blockade like Ravanina, sit how to Chatham, thousand Karahalona, Kiwuzi wars one if it can be Chatabadi, question of the car. The car of the High Tarishing and Aduki Hana Kormagun and local white. Massive Tang the Adam Pangi, Mamang the Sukara, whom Adam Taugi, Pangi, the car of the Pang to Blake the Yan Corpa.
Inglam dam the zo ko ye tak to giste masidagi adagi ko tabaglam na zo halpi gi kan khongjang changchana ko sidma moraga ani maksiama ga maga handongna da ba ko adagi parja da ko war pa to no magi sat ba ya da ba ko office sat ni khangde mani khangde tok do ya da ni na ko gai gi thau da ka la pa.
CAF and PD Minister Khitri Meumbirin today appeals to the public not to worry as there is enough stock of petrol, diesel, kerosene and LPG. Speaking to media persons, the minister said there is no reason for panic buying of petrol products ahead of the economic blockade which is beginning tonight. He said there is petrol stock for 13 days, diesel for 20 days, kerosene for 27 days, while LPG is for 7 days. He said oil depots will supply fuels as usual. CAF and PD Director M. Yaiskul informed the stockists, dealers and retailers in and around Imphal to sell essential items at the usual price and to put up the price list and stock in front of the shop. He also asked the retail outlet pumps not to give petrol in bottles. Counting agents and election agents of Indian National Congress, candidate of ward number 27 in the recently concluded IMC election, refuted the claim of manipulation in the counting of ballot papers for the ward by the CPI candidate. Speaking to media persons at the house of INC candidate Hirojit Ngangomba at Naurimthong Kulem Lekai, counting agent Sukham stated that by the end counting of votes of 27/1 to 27/6, CPI candidate was leading. Some agents of CPI, assuming that CPI had won the election, went out of the counting hall and started celebrating. None of the officials from DC office announced the result of the election in favor of CPI. Sukham also added that the votes of the remaining 27/7 to 27/9 were counted peacefully with all the counting agents of contesting candidates present. T.H. Rajesh, who was the election agent of INC candidate, said although CPI candidate Mem Sana requested the authority not to issue certificate of election to the successful INC candidate, authority had already issued the certificate to Hirojit Ngangomba. He appealed not to create animosity among the locals by spreading fabricated news.
One day na sit book TV matamsida CPI gi ezelamana chianthokraga mokoina hele haina adegi akoi counting si thiba matamda CPI gi agent su lei adegi BJP gi su lei Congress gi su lei thiba sida khana chaina ba problem thokko leite ba
mai pa ba candidate amakhakta mai pa e haibagi certificate piba yaro na haisi ma khangnadana ngangma male masi pose DC office tagi election ga mari leina ba kana gomba staff abana kana gomba responsibility officer amana authority oiba mi am gangna CPI gi Sorasam Memsana mai pa en haibase kanana loktoki ge akoi honorable ex minister Pabung Narana mai pa ena CPI gi candidate na mai pa ena lokthokraba matungda na hariba potse mamasi thijen ba yogdeng khalleba.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more news updates.
Build your success BYS Palace Compound Machalema School.
16 ki metric parikha da aina 6% taba ngamdare pasi ima ba amasung BYS coaching institute ani matra ai credit citizen BYS ki hostel da lejadena BYS ki foundation chu return course ani ma yawar ga mai pa ko sing ngamdare kiben.
Admission is going on.
Admission open.
Position holders kaya puthokraba.
National Excellence Awards for Schools Panglaba, Brazilian Institute of Sciences School Moirangkom Impal da
2016-17 session ge 11 science da ming chanan aba form thaba hokjari.
Pangliba maki matungina khudong chaba sing pijari. OBC, MOBC, SC, ST singi khudong chaba sing thamjari. Brazilian Institute of Sciences Moirangkom Impal.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime News. Councillor of Ward number 13 under Kaisamthong constituency, Oinam Romeo, claimed that people of the ward have not received any benefit under the National Food Security Act launched in the state by Chief Minister Ukromibo Bising on April 25. Romeo also asked the department concerned to announce the names of beneficiaries by June 13. Speaking to media persons at his house at Pisumthong, Councillor Romeo said the act was launched to help the poor and needy people. But whether or not the names of beneficiaries are listed for the ward is still uncertain. Romeo also added that BPL, AAY and APL card holders of the ward have not received PDS rice meant for January to March and appealed to the Food and Civil Supplies Department and District Supply Officer to clarify the reason for non-distribution of PDS rice for the ward.
Kendra khara cheng yanaba yaukre adubu 12 Kaisamthong AC gi manungda leiba ward number asidadi list phawa miyamna yaubra natraga yaudabra haibagi sarangna badu poi food security ek ki card ase paiba yaraba mioi singi list office ki mioi singna ek ase gi RR da yauriba public dom da puthokpiduna award apadu aran ohi inspection taunabagi tanjado list ado phongtok piu haiduna aina press media sing amadi electronic media singi khudangda office ki maikaida haijari.
The locals of Komidok Ipumapal in Korai Assembly constituency stopped the distribution of rice in their ward, accusing the agent of the area of violating the Food Security Act. The incident occurred when the agent of the ward number 3x3 Mohammad Maniruddin Yumkhaibam and Mohammad Angau tried to distribute only 5 kgs of rice per household, while the Food Security Act entitles 5 kgs of rice for each member of a household. Speaking to media, Mohammad Inaubi Kolakpam said though new ration cards under the National Food Security Act have been distributed in various places of the state, the beneficiaries in Korai Assembly constituency have not received the cards. He also said while the discussion of the quantity of rice to be distributed are going on, one person named Kennedy claimed that an underground outfit has deducted 30% of the rice and only 5 kgs of rice will be distributed per household. Kennedy also challenged the people to do whatever they wish if they have a problem with debt and said the Kurai MLA will take care.
Mi sing yimphong amagi mi masing dugi ching piu hai bi sing mi manga leire mi manga ching keji kun manga tara la ni leire ani dugi ke adu moi har sina keji manga yimphong amada keji manga yen gani sini adu orga di ona taina bani gun lepi goina ngarang phajana hairam matung danga sino alaga magi nomini na yelo haire ai adu gi yen bani haraga adu mena torpode khoi parja da ai sa adu ona taina rei mai ben sing ching du lo khinu ya na bam puraga khoi ching du yel hansi ching du lo si
Naga Chiefs Association Chandel clarified that the alleged deduction of 30% of rice under National Food Security Act by valley-based underground groups is an inadvertent information. The association clarified that after thorough investigation, it is learned that the shortage of rice quantity was due to non-payment of RO money to the transporter concerned. However, the remaining quantity of rice will be delivered subsequently without delay to the beneficiaries once the formalities are complete. The association also clarified that the transport contractor delivers the allocated rice at the rate provided under NFSA and there is no lapse or shortcomings on the part of the transport contractor. BJP leader Thaunao Chamchauba today rebuked the Congress party for claiming to form the cooperation with the help of independent members. Addressing media persons at the BJP Manipur Pradesh head office in Nityaipa Chutek, convener of BJP State Election Management Committee, Thaunao Chamchauba said it is shameful on part of the Congress party that they are thinking to form the IMC cooperation with the help of independent candidates who have joined the Congress party. He claimed that in the recent IMC election, Congress receives 53,201 votes, while the opposition parties got 88,112 votes. Chaub also said the votes showed that majority of the people do not favor the Congress party. The BJP leader also accused the Congress party of using money power and muscle power not just to form the IMC cooperation. Party State General Secretary El Basanta demanded the authority concerned to produce white paper on the utilization of the central funds in the IMC in the past 10 years. The central funds were provided under the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission.
Congress pu yadaba Congress asi yadre haidana bhartik piraiba prajana piraibana lising marfu nipan ga jam ga tarani thoine maramaduna Congress na sarkar semne na claim tori base tawpham thokte praja gi bhartik nate masi Congress na sarkar semgani haibagi demakta Congress nataba independent da manga ka halaba manga dugi manungda ahum mayum bhawa yodana kare haibagi certificate su paidringai masan power money power sin naraga sarkar semgani haibase masamni ikai ningai oiba poni.
People affected by Mapithel Dam project in Ukhrul district have expressed their dissatisfaction and unhappiness at the government's indifference towards them. They said government has ignored the people whose villages have been submerged under the dam water. Village Chief Wungnauyo Kasar yesterday told a media persons that the government has not kept its promise made to the villagers before the construction of the Mapithel Dam when the dam is almost complete. The villagers are facing serious grievances after their houses, land including farmland have been submerged under the dam water. They are clearing forest land for farming to sustain themselves. The government has yet to give compensation to the people affected by the dam. 105 households of the 230 households have been compensated so far. The affected villagers drew the attention of the government to their grievances.
Dam Saba Habse Hoi Moina complete Tauraga Isingche Kahalabdi Masi Adun Amani Ko Moja Uji complete Taudri Moi irrigation loidri Ujikshe Moigi water supply loidri Ado Moigi power electric ko Masi loidri Ona Moina Sumain Isin Tinkapa Habse Masi Karimaramgi Tinkapara Ado Koibu Adum Wahange Hena Taubara Aduga Moigi Planje Kerino, and a queen Adum Wakanda Kandun Lay.
All tribal chiefs and Public Grievances Forum Chandel district urged for implementation of the development schemes sponsored by the central and state government in the district expeditiously. President of the forum T.H. Guite said Deputy Commissioner Chandel and concerned SDOs issued a work order for 10 days under the Mahatma Gandhi NREGS 2015-16 in March. But after releasing wages for 5 days, the authority failed to release the remaining 5-day wages till today, even after the completion of the work. He said most of the beneficiaries under the National Food Security Act did not receive subsidized food grains despite distribution of ration cards. He also lamented that some beneficiaries received less quantity of food grains. School Management Committee has closed down Lengang Pokpi Upper Primary School in Ziribam as the school building is in a deplorable condition from the 1st of this month. SMC said the school building has 3 rooms and 1 has been used as a staff room, while the remaining 2 are used as a classroom for the students from class 1 to 7. The committee asked the authority concerned to repair the school and close until it is repaired. PDA Chairman Tongbram Mangibabu today inaugurated a temporary market shade of Kongba Kaithel constructed at the junction of Yai School, Tongzu and Ketrigao Assembly constituencies and handed over to the women vendors. Ketrigao MLA Amin Shah describes the Kongba Kaithel in Imphal East as one of the significant market centers in the state. He also added that the Congress has already decided to develop the market into a multi-storage building and construct a retaining wall along the Kongba River in the western side of the market. The MLA also said the government is considering to begin the construction work shortly. It may be mentioned that the Kongba market collapsed in the earthquake hit when the state in January this year. 12 Bihar of 9 sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter IGAR South organized a summer camp for the orphanage of Sneha Bhavan in Imphal West under the drive Joining Hands for the Brighter Future from January 4 to 8 June. The camp was attended by 40 children of the orphanage. Painting and calligraphy competition were also organized by the camp. In a press release, the PROAR said the children also got the opportunity to visit places of interest, including Red Hill War Memorial. Director of Fisheries has invited applications for intending candidates for admission to 4-year degree course of Bachelor of Fisheries Science in the College of Fisheries, Tripura under Central Agricultural University, Imphal for academic session 2016-17. Minimum qualification for appearing in the entrance test is higher secondary passed. The test will be held at Directorate of Fisheries, Lamphelpat on June 28 at 11 a.m. Now, news from the world of sports. Brazil trounced Haiti 7-1 in the Group B League match of the Copa America Centenario. Felipe Coutinho of Brazil scored a hat-trick in the 14th, 29th and 90+2 minutes of the match. Teammate Renato Augusto scored 2 goals in the 35th and 38th minute, while Gabriel and Luca Lima netted 1 goal each. Another match of Group B between Ecuador and Peru went 4-2 draw. Uruguay will play Venezuela in the first match and Mexico will take on Jamaica in the second match of Group C League match tomorrow. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. Press Council of India asked Manipur government to set up SIT to probe aggression against journalists at Manipur. People continue ILP protest, demand withdrawal of wanted tech on Khomram Ratan. "24-hour total shutdown against Delhi police atrocities on Manipuri tribal students hits life and hill districts." And long queues seen at oil depots in Imphal as people indulge in panic buying of fuels ahead of 10-day economic blockade.